All right, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3, and Lord's will this lesson to be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. And Thawada, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Curses and the Origins of Suburbs. All right. So I was watching this documentary yesterday pertaining to the situation going on in Philadelphia, which really you're seeing that go on all throughout Babylon, which we are witnessing the end and the crumbling of Babylon. But one thing that I observed with watching the decay, the filth, the scum, the poverty, where it's at today, the abuse of substances, I'm going to show you. But this is all started back with Esau capitalizing on Jake and the curses. Okay, so the poverty that you see today, the Skid Rows, the Kensingtons, all these areas that are now catching, a wildfire viral videos. This has been going on amongst Jake, since the conception of their freedom. Okay. And one thing that stemmed from Jake's curses and their low condition was the origins of suburbs. And this is why you have Esau predominantly living in the suburbs today. I'm actually going to go into it. So because of our curses is why you have suburbs today. All right. It happened after the Second War, but I'm going to go into it. So let me share this. Let me make sure the audio is good. All right. So I'm going to go into it real quick. I don't want to make this too long, but I do have information to show you. So I had stumbled across this channel. It's called Philly News 5 Andrew. And right here, it's called Philly Streets. This was 5 months ago. I'm going to click over here because I don't want anything to play. I don't want to get any copyright. I'm just going to speak on the matter. Okay. So, now a lot of people are becoming aware of, there's certain words I want to use, but I can't because, the famine of word is approaching, censorship, but you understand what I'm saying. If you see it, you know what I mean. The pan, and it's an epic and it's a pan. Okay. And it's a pestilence. All right. And Jake and as well as these bottom barrel Babylonians, hey, this is by design. Okay. Let me say this whole situation you see going on right here, this is by design. All right. Because what Esau does is he lowers, he brings people to a very low condition, so he has the right to move on them. Okay, and I'll speak on that at another time. But what I want to do is just specifically get into this topic at hand because there's a lot to talk about. And if you don't understand the system, if you don't understand the image, if you don't understand these things, then you're really lost in the sauce of Babylon. So let's go right into it. This is Isaiah 42:22. It says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. So us as Israelites here in Babylon, we are robbed and we are spoiled on many things. Okay. Holes in our bags. All right. Just the simple aspect of going to Esau for want of all things. We get the short end of the stick because we're under curses. Okay. And so for Jakes out there to be marching and yelling reparations, walk away from them. They are lost souls. Okay. They have no idea what's going on. They're just an NPC in the movie of prophecy that's playing out. Okay. It says speaking about us, they are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Exactly. So I'm going to break this down because you have certain Israelites that use this for the prison system. This is not talking about the prison system. This is a prison right here. Okay. The ghettos, the O blocks, these are prisons. Okay. Every quote unquote respectable city that you're from has blocks, ghettos, and hoods that Jake is confined to, and he can't leave it. Matter of fact, let me show you this. So in Kensington, there's a There's a temple. It's called Temple College. Now I'm going to show you some. So this is in Philadelphia, which is 10 blocks from this. Okay, 10 blocks from this is this beautiful school, and Esau and Ham and Japhet and Moab can go and learn and get their proper education. But 10 blocks down the road is Death Valley. Okay, now they have a I don't know what it's called. It's called a Temple College. Police roaming section. I don't even know how I would word that, but they have a right here. Thank you, Yaba. They have a patrol map. Okay, so here it is in the midst of hell that Esau created. Okay, they have this school where they set out a map. These are streets where you, as students that go to this privileged school, can walk freely and eat and live and yoga and dance and smile and cross your legs and laugh like everything's okay. But not even 10 blocks away is death, decay, poverty. Okay, literally the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, literally the valley, all right, of shadow of death. I actually wanted to grab that. Let me back myself up here. Okay, so let's continue now. Let's break this down for proper edification. So what I want to go into real quick is let's go to a translation, and then we're going to go into some words. All right, let's see. Let's go to NIV. It says, but this people, but these Israelite people, but these Gentile mindset Israelites that are now behind enemy lines after being murdered, raped, and robbed and enslaved. And then we freed them by kicking them out onto the street, which the origins of Philly was generally Irish, European, some Israelite foreigners. So Philadelphia's conception, Jake wasn't even really involved because a lot of our people predominantly were down south. So there was an implosion of Jake coming up north. And even when they got up north, they were segregated from the rest of the population in Philadelphia, is around the rest of Babylon. Okay, so when Esau moved out of Philly, that's when it went to shit. Okay, when Esau moved out of Philadelphia and they started creating housings and quarters for veterans to live in, that's when Philadelphia went to shit. That's why other cities have ghettos and slums, is because once they took the Edomites out and they allowed Jake in, they left it destitute. They left it dilapidated. It was neglected. The construction wasn't so pressing to fix it and build it up. Hence why you got gentrification today. So look, but this is a people plundered and looted, all of them trapped in pits or hidden away in prisons. They have become plunder with no one to rescue them. They have been made loot and no one to say, send them back, right? Send us back or give back or restore. Okay. The true reparations is when we get back to our land and it's rebuilt by those that stole it. And then they are enslaved under our rulership according to prophecy. Now, real quick, let's get to this word prison, because I have more to show you. And then I'm going to go into some historical information. So when you go into this word prison, immediately the first thing you do think about is Jake in prison. I get it. But let's go into these words. When you go into prison, imprisonment, confinement, restrain. See, redlining. You ever heard of redlining? Let's look that up real quick. Okay. What is what is the definition? I was told about redlining by a so-called white woman. What is the definition of redlining? See, people know. Okay, people know about these things. Give me the image. A discriminatory practice that puts services, financial and otherwise, out of reach for residents of certain areas based on race or ethnicity. Restrainment. These are prisons. See, this is how you keep Jake in a prison, by keeping him. This is look. See, Maryland looks just like Philadelphia. So what they do is, let's see. Look, see, housing, best, still desirable, declining. So what he does is, look, future development. What he does is he declines this area. He allows more inequity, more lawlessness. So the people around that area, business owners, say, we can't make business here. We need to sell. And then Esau comes in with the Mr. Burns hands. Excellent. Then he buys it at a low rate. Then he creates laws, kicks them out, and puts in brand new housing, and he ships his people in, just like the heathens did in 2 Kings 17. Okay. Remember when the nation, the northern kingdom, was taken away by the Assyrian captivity? What happened? We got taken away by the Assyrian captivity, and then they instituted their heathens into the land. Let me show you that real quick. Let's show some biblical edification. So let's go like this. Duplicate. Let me share something with you. Watch this. Nothing new under the sun. Barakatah Yahweh Shemel Shai. So look, 2 Kings 17, which you go to 2 Kings 17 to explain 2 Ezra 13 and 40, how the northern kingdom came to what you call the Americas today, but is also found in the Bible known as Azareth. So now, when you go down, okay, Hosea, when you go down, you see that Israel, they get taken away into captivity, right? So Israel, so the northern kingdom, they get taken away into captivity, all right? And right here, verse 18, right here, verse 18, look, therefore Yahweh Shemel Shai was very angry with Israel pertaining to the northern kingdom and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only. So right here, we see that the northern kingdom got removed, and parts of the land that they got removed from was what? Samaria, which was a capital of Ephraim. So when you go down to verse 24, look, cities of Israel filled with strangers. See that? This is happening right here in Babylon again. Even though Jerusalem's a people before it's a place, but we are not in our land. But even where we're at, Esau moves us and ships people in and then builds it back up. All right. This is let's start at 23. It says, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets, so was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Cutha and from Avah and from Hamath and from Sepharim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. Hence why the conversation between Yahushai and the Samaritan woman at the well in John 4 proves that was a heathen woman. So now back to the lesson. So right here shows you Jake will be in a land, and then it's starting to get declined. Poverty sets in. So Esau, he restrains you to stay in here while he's building other places or saying you can't live here. Then he starts developing new constructs of construction to bring in new, better housing, and then he kicks you out while you're in a low estate because you can't be here. You're addicts, okay? You're addicts. You're the scum of society. Even though I lessened the laws and allowed you to openly do these things and not arrest you or bring you to a correctional facility to correct you, I left you on the street to you to do harm to yourself. Then I made the businesses around them sell these businesses so I can set up and build my own new businesses and put my people there. So he'll confine you, he'll restrain you, and then he kicks you out. This is a prison, okay? So the origins of this goes back to World War II. So let's jump right into that real quick. So this is the curses. Look, it's called Levet towns or Levet cities. It says William Levet built the first built the first Levet town, the archetype suburban community in 1946 in Long Island, New York, purchasing mass acres. Because you have to remember, when Babylon started its industrial revolution, you had two things. You either had the cities, you had the urban cities, or rural areas. So these rural areas had all this land that nobody was occupying, and you had Jake segregated or in the slums of the cities, and Esau had the best of the best while living in the cities, right? It says purchasing mass acreage, subdividing lots, and concentrated crews to build countless homes at economies of scales. Levitt offered affordable suburb housing to veterans and their families. Now, one would say, yeah, but you had so-called black people that were also veterans during World War I and World War II. But guess what? 99.9% of black veterans denied, let's just put housing, Levitt. Let's see what comes up. Look at this. How the GI's bill promise was denied to million blacks. See, the sweeping bill following World War II promised prosperity to veterans, right? This is how Suburbs got started. Suburbs was created after World War II with the returning veterans that needed housing for themselves and their families. So why didn't black Americans benefit? They didn't benefit because of the curses, okay? They didn't benefit because of the curses. Let's prove one. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. What are you here for, boy? I'm here to serve my country. Oh, I just watched the movie. It was with damn it. Let me put this in. Tuskegee Airmen. Yep. Tuskegee Airmen. Look, Jake's. Okay. Look, Jake's right there. When I was watching the movie, which you had a star-studded cast, Denzel was in it, Morgan Freeman, you know, all the typical Jake faces. And while they were standing in line and their general was speaking to them, he said, "This ain't your country, boy. This ain't your country." See? So Jake is here serving in their military, you know, in their image, and they still get the short end of the stick. Why? Because you're under curses. Why did you go and fight for this country and you didn't receive the benefits that were given to the veterans that fought for this country when you returned back to this country? Secondly, why, when you came back in the summer of 1919, what is it called? Red Summer, 1919, there was a race war. When Jake came back from World War I, they had race riots. So every time Jake serves the enemy, destruction happens. Look, Red Summer was a period in the mid-1919 during which Edomites, Teed, and hatred, enmity riots occurred in more than 36 cities across Babylon and in one rural country in Arkansas. Why was this happening to Jake when they're serving their enemy? Because they're under curses. Why, when Jake fought for his enemy, returned home and applied for housing in the suburbs, was denied? See? Because you're under curses. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee. And Esau has clearly destroyed Jake, okay? He's redlined him, he's entrapped him, he's restrained them, he's doped them, and he's kept them in this low estate, so they just keep coming back asking for whatever they can get from him. And then he gives you these decrees that he's here to help. But then when you go into the meat of the matter, it says we want Edomite tenants in our community, but you just had so-called blacks fighting for you to keep your community. See, black World War II veterans denied, but guess who was getting the loans? See, now if we start talking about loans and taxes, that's a whole nother topic that we can't talk about right now, because that's the whole infrastructure of how the monetary system works right now, is through debt. So I'm going to deviate from that. But look, this is it right here. See, you want to know why today, when you look, let's put in American, and I work all throughout Babylon suburbs to this day. All right. I just was working on them the other day. Okay. Just working on it the other day. This is the origin. You want to know what the origin of suburbs are? It's because of curses. They wanted to get Esau. They wanted to separate Jake from Esau. And they did it by restraining Jake into these areas And then Esau fled, and then look what it left Jake into. And then they flooded with DRUGs. All right. They flood it with criminals. They allow criminality. Okay. They flood the streets with all this terribleness, and they left Jake to a ruin. Okay. What's it say? If you leave a child, because we're what? Are we not children of Israel? Okay. Real quick. I got more. All right. Let me see. He will become willful. Okay. So Esau is not his brother's keeper. Okay. Ecclesiastes 30:8, and horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself become willful. Willful to anything, willful to prostitution, willful to abuse, willful to robbery, willful to criminality, okay? Willful to get into anything that will be destructive to them. And then Esau swoops down and is covering cast, angel of light, so-called white skin with his star, his star, and he beats you and locks you up and says, I'm here to protect and serve. No, you created this environment. You imprisoned them into these low conditions, and then you thrive off of the curses that are put upon us and why we act the way we act, why Jake acts the way they act. This is Proverbs 19:4. Wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor. So at one point in time in Philadelphia, you had kind of Esau and Jacob, but then because Jacob was poor, it separated Esau in so much they made a bill and they went out and made all these houses and separated Jacob and Esau. See how poverty will separate you from the rest of society? And Esau did it. Okay. It's called the GI Bill, Levittown. All right. Let me see what else I got for you. Okay. Let's keep going down the list. So we got that. Let's go to another curse. Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger, the Edomite that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, in so much that he controls the monetary system. He controls the legislation system. He controls where money gets sent. He even controls where construction is funded and where it's built. Let's just put this in. Let's see what this means. The process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in. See that? Now let's put this in. Oh, look. Improving housing and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. So what Esau does is he makes you poor, then he decides to build it up once he can buy the businesses, and then he kicks you out. That is demonic. So let's put this in, and let's put Philadelphia. We could put any city. Look, see, why is this specifically in Philadelphia? See, the city of brotherly love. He is not his brother's keeper. Okay, I repeat, he is not his brother's keeper. See, so look, he gave Jake this, right, and then he gave it to Jake. Then he didn't give them the ability to keep rebuilding, repairing, because over time, you're going to have to restore. Even the temple, we had to get funding and rebuild it. It happens. If you're a homeowner, you're going to have to repaint, reshingle, retile, rewire, okay? You're going to have to do some form of reconstruction to keep up with the upkeep of your property. But if you do not have the skills, mindset, supplies, material, okay, or ability to do so, it's going to become in a state of ruin. Then you add curses on top of that, and then now this is looked at as poor and poverty. And then what do they say? Well, I'll come and clean it up, but you niggas got to get out. So what they're doing is they just keep moving Jake, okay? They just keep moving him. Reminds me of this. Trail of Tears. Oh, yep, give me the map. See that? Look at this map, okay? Trail of Tears map. See that? So he took Jake from one area, then he moved him all the way over here. So look, you got a lot of Reubenites, a lot of you brothers and sisters that think you're Judah, that you're in Alabama, Mississippi, New Orleans, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri. A lot of y'all are Reubenites, okay? But you just live in these other areas where Judah and Levi are at. Okay, so Reuben is in the midst of the southern kingdom, right with them, all because of gentrification. All right, so let's keep going. You see, this says, and thou shalt come down very low. Look how low this is. That's the low. Matter of fact, let's go to some images instead of using that because he monetizes videos. What is it? Kensington? Yeah. Yep. If this ain't the lowest, all right, this is the lowest I done seen. This is low. Okay. This is low. I was watching all this last night. This is low. Okay. And this is in real time. All right. And it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. And according to the law, when you have ripped clothing, that means you're unclean. So don't be going out wearing ripped jeans. All right, let's keep going. And it says, he shall lend to thee. And doesn't he do that? Open mission, shelters, subsidized housing, benefits, welfare, SNAP, food stamps. Okay. It's so real. He actually creates businesses so that you can get clean needles. Oh my goodness. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Yeah, Jake ain't got nothing to lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Esau is the head right now. Okay. Esau, Edom is the head right now. And this is the origins of it. Okay. The origins of Kensington, all right, was brought this way because he moved Esau out. So when he moved, like, look, let's do this. Philadelphia. Let's look up Philadelphia in the 1940s. Let's see if it looked like that. Let me see. 1940s. And see, Edomites, they'll get mad at Jake's, but it ain't Jake's fault. It's your powers that be. It's your government's fault. Okay? They're the ones who did it. See? Okay, look, Philly in the 1900s was clean. It was clean cut, but then guess what happened? World War I jacked Babylon up, caused a Great Depression. It caused a lot of Israelite foreigners and Edomites to lose their jobs. And then Esau came up with a couple systems to help the average American while Jake was still at the bottom. And then World War II is really when he set it off and got you into the GI housing, okay, the suburbs. Suburbs was created during World War II to separate the Edomite veterans from the rest of the Israelites under their curses, even though you had Israelites that were veterans too. Why didn't those Israelite veterans get housing? See? Why were many African-American veterans unable to take advantage of home loans? Because of discrimination in housing and lending. Oh, wait, loaning. He shall lend to thee and thou shalt not lend to him. So he decides when he lends to you. Matter of fact, there's a story about Chinese business get loans in black neighborhoods. Excuse my spelling, Esau's public schooling. Go here. Dismantling the barrier between Asians and African American. Look, Asian-owned businesses in black neighborhoods date back to the Reconstruction era when Chinese grocery stores in the Mississippi Delta sold. See? So what Esau does is he allows, let's get the crafty counsel. Okay, let's get the crafty counsel. He allows other heathens to come here and get businesses, but not in his communities. But he'll say, go to niggas. Yeah, you can go to niggas. Go sell them shrimp fried rice, add some white teas, get some blunts, all right? Get some nail polish, and you're good. Psalms 83 and 1, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Okay, this is the results of that counsel and its craftiness against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. See, hidden. What did we just go to? Hidden storehouses, hidden. Right? Go back. What did it say? Hidden. All right. This is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. They got holes in their bodies, hidden. And they are hid in these cities. They're hid in these ghettos. They're hid in these slums. They're hid in these quarters and these restrainments. All right. They're hidden on these blocks. Okay. They're hidden. All right. They're restrained. What you doing out here, nigga? You ain't supposed, what you doing in here, nigga? You ain't supposed. So imagine a Jake walking from Thomas Street and then he happens to go to Oxford Street and the police are roaming. They'll hem his ass up. What you doing here? I go to school here. No, you don't. Get your ass back to Kensington and smoke some dope. That's what they're telling you. Okay. That's why we need to get out of here. Okay. We need out. We don't need Esau to give us his reparations through his money and monetary system. No, we need prophecy. We need restoration through the Lord. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a people. Let's cut off their neighborhood. Let's cut off their water, their food, their supply, their housing, the construction, the rebuilding. Let's cut it all off. And then Esau's so cold, when he rebuilds, he calls it, he gets tax abatement. It's called, what is it called? Tax abate. Yes, right here. He gets this. What is tax abatement? A tax abatement is reduction how much tax you owe. Look, now let's go to this. Let's go to this. Look at this. Get property tax abatement. Why? For gentrification. So all these places, look at that. Look at this. We're looking at it and we're looking at the crafty in real time. So he beat Jake down, made it complete poverty, destitute, disgusting cesspool. Then when he rebuilds the poverty-stricken cesspool, detestable areas, he also gets tax abatement while he's building it, meaning he don't have to pay taxes for up to 10 years. You can't tell me this ain't a perfect hell. You can't tell me he ain't a perfect devil. All right? There's a lot of information that you have to know about or you should be aware of instead of just going out and saying the white man's the devil. Because these little Edomites that get the privilege of gender, they don't know shit, okay? They're just low-level, two-time loser Edomites that Esau is putting in the housing to keep Jake out of it, just like Amalek's doing in our land right now. Haven't you seen them getting in those Palestine's home and saying, I'm going to occupy this? So what they're doing is they put you in that building, so now you occupy it, so you can't move forward. He's moving you back. It's war. It's war. Occupation of land. It's war. Okay. In war, you occupy land. Let's see if that's a statement. In war, you occupy land. Why you think the battle at the Battle of Normandy was so prolific in World War II? Okay. See. Let's see. You are now entering the Russian zone. Yeah. So let me go. Let me look at it. Let me see what this says. Should lands acquired through war be considered legal? Yeah. What does occupy mean in war? In the international law, a territory considered occupied when it is actually placed under the authority of the hostile army. So he has occupation over the lands he's forced Jake into, and then he's furthering occupying land, kicking Jake out to where's he end up going to go? He's going to go to a camp, okay? He's going to go to a camp. You should know what I mean. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Look, the tabernacles of Edom, who controls Babylon, then Ishmael, who gets business loans to set up corner stores in Babylon, and Moab, who also gets business loans to set up businesses in so-called black neighborhoods. See that? So this is the council, and it's been a crafty one to keep Jake in a low condition. You see that? To keep Jake in a low condition. Proverbs 22:7, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So this is why Jake is a servant to the lender right now. But we have hope, okay? We have hope. Matter of fact, let's go to James 2:5. And Yahushua knows our poverty. This is James 2:5, okay? And then you got Jake that has given his life over to the image of the beast to try to get to a substantial level of money to be able to buy and sell and have commerce to get into the suburbs. And then when you get there, they call the housing authority on you because your beef rib smoke barbecue lingered over in their yard. Y'all remember that? Remember the white woman? Let me see if I can pull it up. A white woman calls housing authority on black people BBQ, not BBL, BBQ, suburb. Let's look that up. Yep. Is it not BBQ Becky? Racist 911 calls. See? White woman calls police on black people barbecuing. Why? Because you're in their neighborhood. You shouldn't be in their neighborhood. Okay? Why you shouldn't be in their neighborhood? Because they want Edomites only. The origins of Suburbs was created during World War II to house Edomite veterans and separate them from so-called black veterans and the rest of the black population of people that were migrating up from the south to the north, escaping slavery, poverty, and segregation. And Esau segregated himself in the act of, we just need to house our white veterans and get their families together so we can create these nice homes. And then we're going to give them loans and make it easy for them to get them at least 3 to 4 generations ahead of their black counterpart. And then years later, we'll look at you and say, what is the problem? Why have you not excelled with this system that we've given you? It's open for everybody. It's land of the free. But when you look at the origins, you find out that Esau's always had a head start. He's always given himself a head start. See that? Oh, hell yeah, I'll be happy too. Hell yeah, we moving out. We got houses, we got wives, we got children. We don't got to worry about niggas. What? We living. Bill, get the mayonnaise. See? This is what Esau's done. See? And I do construction. I've been on these, and they're building these houses today. I just was on a suburban new area being built. Okay. I was just on in a new neighborhood being built, and ain't no Jakes there. All Edomites. See? But this is about to end very soon. It's already ending because Esau's at the bottom too. Remember the quote by Lyndon B. Johnson? Now let me get that quote. I'm about to wrap it up. Quote by Lyndon. This was all set up. Esau and Jake both set up. Lyndon B. Johnson. Let me get it. President, might I add, about right here, about white men. Right here. Did a lesson on this. Check it out. This is why you got Esau crying right now. Matter of fact, see, look, now I just gotta get it. Now I gotta get it. World Star. I gotta find it. I should put white man crying. Let me put white man crying. Let me see if it comes up. I hope it does. Let's go to images. Okay, it's not a bunch of through-ass Jakes. All the product of Esau. So let's go back here. You ever heard of product of your environment? Well, it's really product of Esau. So go here. Nasty-ass woman. All right, so let's just go down. Bear with me with all this lewdness, Salakia. But I do want to find right there. Thank you. See? So now that we got this, yeah, there you go. One of the offsprings of your father or your father's father, maybe being a veteran. So right here, okay, it says, if you can convince the lowest Edomite man he's better than the best Israelite man, he won't notice you're picking his mother effing pockets. Exactly. See what the elites do? The elites got you all in the trick bag because the elites gave you the housing, okay? Because the veterans that were coming home, you would have been through too if it wasn't for the elites in the judicial system, okay? So Esau, you would have been through too if they didn't create this bill for your ass to be in the suburbs. So don't be fronting or acting like your ass did anything in particular to get it. No, the elite set this up. So your ass is in a trick bag too. He won't notice you're picking his pockets, taxes. Hell, give him somebody to look down on. He'll empty his pockets for you. And now this is the results. I can't believe we can't survive. I can't live. American is not a dream anymore. Edomite man breaks down due to financial struggles and current economic climate. It's our turn to fucking eat. See? So we can get on all about Esau thriving and living. That was only a moment of time. Now his ass is finished. Now he's done too. Okay, and I'll end it since the Holy Spirit led me to a different direction. I'm gonna end it on Job 20. So Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for that. All right, because you could get mad, you could get upset, say, "Damn devil, man, you the devil, man, you got the needle in our arm." Yeah, we're under curses, but the curses are creeping on him too. So we can't get too caught up in it. Us knowing the history, gives us more edification on the situation that we're in. So it's all good. James 2:5, hearken, my beloved brethren, has not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he has promised to them that love him. See? So it's okay that we're poor because the Most High chose the poor rich in faith. The Most High is not favoring the rich, Esau. He's favoring the poor. Here we go. Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens. Yeah, he landed on the moon. He's got the suburbs housing. He got the wife. He got the kids. He got the food. He got the suits. He got the tie. He got the business. Got the car. Got the office. That don't mean nada. That don't mean nada to Yahweh Shema Shai. This is all part of prophecy. This was all part of the plan. And now you've been made bare. And his head reach unto the clouds. We landed on the moon, right? Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream. He shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And he's going to be chased out of the earth through destruction and then slavery. He's going to be chased out of earth through destruction, then slavery. Okay? Job 18:17, his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no more name in the street. He shall be driven from the light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children, that he does not rise nor possess the cities or fill the face with this fill his faith in the cities. Isaiah 14:21. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, and they that went before him were affrighted. Surely such are the dwelling of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh. Now let's go into the translation. I'm going to wrap it up. Certainly these are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him who knows not Yahweh, and that's going to be destruction. Okay, so he's getting ready to meet his maker. Okay, he's getting ready to meet his maker. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick lesson on the curses and how those circled also the origins of suburbs, and how Esau, Edom, was able to thrive and capitalize off a systematic, oppressive system that benefited him while it didn't benefit us while we're under curses. But the end all be all results is Esau, Edom will go down in the Third World War. You see that? In the Second World War, he had land and housing. In the Third World War, we will have land and housing, and he will not. Okay, and that will be he will become Kensington. He's going to become the poverty, the stricken, and the poor. The curses are about to be applied to him after the Third War. You see that? So it's going to be a complete role reversal, spiritual Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you know? So I'm going to leave it there. I truly pray this lesson was edifying, enlightening, and encouraging. And I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.